we found this door on the French, what is it like? It's called Le Bon Coin, which is where you can sell anything that you want to get rid of. Like say I wanted to get rid of this door, I can put it on Le Bon Coin, and then other people can find it and tell me they want to buy it and come pick it up. There's probably a really good word for that in English. And we had to spend some time, and preferably we buy old doors, because it's something I've been very surprised with here in France. If you try to get a nice new door from the regular hardware store, it is really horrible. The quality is really so bad. So I said to Olaf, let's try to find old doors, because they usually have the beautiful molding. It's horrible, a lot of work sanding them and restoring them. I've done a couple for the house, and still many more to do, but it's really, the quality is much better. So Olaf changed it, altered it. It is a really narrow one, because we wanted, we needed a narrow one for the tiny house, of course, but a high one. So we were so lucky to find this in Dijon, which is only about 45 minutes. So now it's my job to sand it and make it beautiful. I actually saw this really nice cabin in another part of France with really rustic style. For example, they used French doors, all old, with the paint all chipping, and they left it like that. And I thought it just looked so wonderful, like so rustic. But I know that Olaf, he really works very well with lots of attention to detail. So if I would ask him to build a cabin like that, he wouldn't enjoy it as much as the cabin that we're building. I also wanted to thank you for all your comments and your suggestions, and also your kind words about the wall. And it keeps being a complicated thing, because I've looked into painting with natural, like mineral paint, but it would be a lot of work. So I'm still waiting on the reply from the guys who did this. See, the thing that's just bothering me most is the white strip. But, changing, today is a very clear day, more a sunny day. And then actually the color doesn't bother me at all. Well, a little, but not as much. And I also wanted to show you, many of you have said, try to match it with the stones and the rendering, what is that in English? The rendering between the stones. But I'll show you why that is actually what we did. See, because if you see this side of the house and you look at the stones that were used on this side, you can see that the color we chose isn't actually that bad. And the idea was to, if you see the house from afar, from the woods over there, you can walk, you really have a beautiful view on the house, that it would look like it's one piece, like with the rest of the buildings. And if you compare those from this side, it actually doesn't look bad at all. And also, many of you have said, don't grow ivy, because it's going to ruin the wall. We are very aware of that. We had ivy here before, and we removed it, and it's been there for over 15, probably more years. The previous owners might not even have planted that. We think it might have even been there before, and it did not ruin the wall, because it was very easy to get off. It must have something to do with the type of wall, or I don't know, because we did have this in our house in the Netherlands as well, and it was really, if you just keep it from growing into the roof, so cut it, it's really fine. So I understand your concern. We know, we're aware of it, and I think we're still going to put some ivy, because I like plants that stay green throughout the year. Breng nou eens even mee.
Alles behalve scherp.
We als ik al deze randjes, dat ga ik ook niet doen. Alleen wat echt los zit. Schat, want ik bedoel... Dit ga ik toch ook niet doen, of wel dan?
Hè? Die zit toch vast?
Ja.
Het is gewoon een stukje van deze. Die is smal. Misschien makkelijker.
Kijk jij eens even hoe jij het zou doen alsjeblieft. Want dan ga ik weer, je weet hoe ik ben, als ik helemaal ga ik alles doen. En dan ga ik dadelijk weer eens het weer hebben.
Ga je een stortbak in de badkamer halen?
Ja, we gaan een uitstort, goosting. Koekoe. Koekoe. This is the future bathroom of the holiday home, but it's now obviously the storage of all the brocante and all the things for the tiny house, like the doorknobs for the kitchen, the mirror for the bathroom, which you can't really see.
Als ze stellen.
Trois couches.
Hij komt ergens doen.
Wat?
Is dat dan?
Ça, c'est bon. Bon, bah écoutez.
Look, the air conditioning and heating has been installed this morning by someone. Olaf prepared everything and then a professional did it. That's also for insurance purposes and everything. And while I was looking at them, here I go again. And looking at this wall, as you see, we put the siding up and it's really starting to look like a cabin. The siding in the bathroom is up, that we're going to paint white to match the tiles. The ladder is still here. And I have stained the wooden top that goes on top of here. And of course, all of the siding needs to go up there and all over there. That's a wardrobe. This is going to be the bed. This is where the wood burner is going to come. And then all of a sudden I was looking at this thinking, it may be a little too feminine and light. What if I would use like a sage green on the siding? Okay, so I think this French gray will look really cool. And I don't think, you know, because this is blue gray, which we've used in the holiday home for all the woodwork. I've also painted a large cabinet, is that a word? Cabinet. And all the doors, and it actually shows a lot darker on here. But when you put it on furniture or on the windows, it's much lighter. So this French gray looks very dark. But I know when that goes on the wall, it's going to be, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. It wasn't in the plan. We happened to buy that white siding just because it was the only wood we could find. And we just said, you know, then we wouldn't have to paint it straight away because it could go for a couple of years, probably like this. And it gives us an opportunity to see what it looks like when it's all white. And then we can decide whether or not to go for this French gray. I just think it will give the cabin much more of a cabin look. Can you tell I'm always talking about colors and questioning? And before I close off this pretty chaotic video, I wanted to share a really cool thing that happened today. The Instagram account, The Sweet Escapes, featured us today in one of their stories and in a post, which was really, really cool. So we're all excited about getting this finished, and I hope to be able to share much more about that in the next video.